Hey, it's Andre. It's time for a Friday flying update. And yeah, there's a yellow duck on my desk. There you go, folks. The Sea Duck, the FliteTest Sea Duck is all ready for FliteFest. I may have a little bit of touch-up and overspray and stuff to deal with, but overall, I'm quite content with the results. If you're wondering how you paint on the new FliteTest water-resistant foam board, the brown stuff, follow Peter's build video. He basically outlines, do a little prep work, a little prep sanding. So I use 320 grit and apply paint from there. In my case, I decided that the yellow, after seeing the FliteTest sample plane, wasn't working too well with the brown. You could still see shades of the brown. So I went with a primer. That's the Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Twice Coat thing, white primer, and it worked really well. Didn't take me long when I masked off the airplane. Check out for photos on my social media feeds, and you'll see just how well it went. And so Thursday night, I just decided, I was working on another project and said, no, I'm going to do this. And taped it off real quick and just went to work painting it white, except for the areas where I decided I was going to do black. And then, you know, slapped on some yellow. The camera shows more yellow, but it does have a really nice orange tone to it, very reminiscent of the, you know, RCAF search and rescue colors. And so I was really content with that, really happy. I have some overspray stuff to touch up. The reds, I was rushing when I did the red paint and everything, but I don't want to touch it anymore. I think it's pretty well as good as I'm going to get it, and I think it turned out really cool. I mean, okay, I had a googly eyes, you know, not very tailspinish, but I really liked how it turned out, and so quite content. It flies really well too. Friday in the morning, James and I went out. Actually, he flew my old 48-inch scratch build Cub, and we had a good flight. That was before I'd done any of the black work, and in the yellow, it was very visible. A lot of people were asking if I'm going to float, you know, run it and fly the plane off the water. And I'm not sure yet. If there's a water feature at FliteFest, I might just go in there and glue in this hatch. But what we were doing was dropping parachute guys out. So I'm probably going to try and hook up a servo mechanism to get that all nice and set up. But after the flying on Saturday, or Friday, sorry, I got home and we taped off a few more spots and I went to work on the black. And I really liked how, you know, the motor looks like it's pushing out a lot of the black and everything, and did the nose. And so what's left now is to do some touch-ups potentially. I don't really want to muck around with it anymore. And there's a nice shot of how the primer looks. And then I did the black underneath. So yeah, it's done. Like 4 nights of building, and yeah, I rushed on the paint a little tiny bit, but c'est la vie. It looks really good. It's one of those things that's, you know, far from good, but good from afar. So it'll look fantastic in the air, and I'm really looking forward to bringing this one with me to FliteFest in the next 2 weeks and get out and going. So, speaking of FliteFest, we're very close to having all our volunteers. If there are a few spots left, I'm going to do another email blast very shortly, just asking for some more positions. We're looking for people who are interested in supporting the FPV races. So if you've got any background with FPV and are keen on helping that team out, there are people going to be organizing it, but I just want extra bodies to help out, facilitate all that so it runs really smoothly. And I will still be begging and pleading for people to take in a couple extra shifts as we pad out and smooth everything out. So, and it just maximizes the entire experience for everybody. So, yeah, so on this guy, I will be basically taping up the bottom very shortly, and it will be done. After that, I've really been trying to get my baby Baron done, and I'm not finding the paper process very intuitive for me. It's, you know, they're recommending I cut out the actual template, the graphical template, then cut the wing and all this stuff. So it's taking me a little longer, and so that's why I jumped over and painted this guy, because I figured I'd just do something productive and that I knew I could do, and really enjoyed this process. I'm actually thinking about trying to use that white primer and yellow on my P51 or the FW190 to add a little bit of color along the front leading edges so I can see the aircraft better. So I'm thinking I'm going to get the warbirds out very soon. I've been really behind schedule with the weather. The wind today and even last night was just terrible. So that's why I'm indoors doing projects and shooting an update today and not yesterday. Why did I not shoot an update yesterday? Well, yesterday was July 1st, Happy Canada Day, and I was just busy with the family and doing stuff. So that's why I'm doing one right now, because it's kind of blustery outside, and so there you go. So the baby barn hopefully will be built. The next thing that came in this week on the bench was this little guy, and this is a 10,000 milliamp USB charger for your phone. So in my case, I'm still running out with the old iPhone 4S, but I've noticed eventually, depending on where I am, the batteries are pretty aggressive in running themselves down. So I picked up this thing for like 13 bucks off Banggood. I'll drop the link in the description. And I'm really impressed. I've only charged it once, and I think I still have like half power left. And it's been topping off the iPhone very nicely. Even plug it into a tablet here and there, but mainly it's for my iPhone. So this will be nice because it means I'll be able to have, on-the-go power, especially at FliteFest and stuff like that. So I'll have access to charge stuff, but this is kind of nice to have, just if I know if my iPhone is draining itself rapidly for whatever reason. So I think that's about it for this week. There's going to be a lot going on. Like I said, FliteFest is coming up very rapidly. This thing is great. I have that video, my very first flight video. Didn't even shoot any footage yesterday because I just have not had a chance to sit down and edit the other material together yet. So look forward to getting that out. I'll probably try and sit down after I'm done this update video and really quickly crush together that first flight video from the Sea Duck. So there you go, everybody. I guess my U.S. friends, you're all going to be having your July 4th weekend coming up, so that's Monday. So in that case, happy Canada Day to all my Canadian friends, and to my U.S. friends, happy Independence Day. Have a great weekend. Thanks.